Right, and girls are like, oh, you should just go like try to approach girls in person, but like,
They got me.
bro, they blank you. A girl will blank you. Hi, turn their head right away. So that's interesting.
Big ego.
What do you mean?
Big ego. Like if you have a good ego, don't let that like tear you down just because you get a no. Like keep it pushing.
Says the group of women who have never approached a man.
Oh, I approach men all the time.
I usually approach
I've been rejected so many times. It's not that big of a deal.
You guys approach men
I will
at
never
the
approach a guy. That scares
same
me.
frequency as they approach you, I'm sure. But actually, I mean, to your point, I feel like women are absolutely terrible at taking L's.
In what way?
I like laugh it off.
Like women, that's why women don't approach, because you're so terrified of rejection, and also because you don't have to, because men do it predominantly. So
I mean, sometimes I feel like in the generation that we're in now, a lot of men don't go up to women because I feel like
because we don't want that. We don't want that.
Aw, called out. This is why I'm in the hot seat.
They're in a happy relationship now.
they're in a happy relationship now. Like, have you ever approached a girl and it went successful?
Sure.
There you go. So you don't have to look at it negatively. Like sometimes you get a no and you get a yeah.
Right, but I mean, most
win 'em all.
men don't want to like have to deal with that like 10 times in the night, and that's probably most guys' experience when they're trying to approach a girl.
That is true. I've seen that happen.
You know
In
what?
I
what
played
way-
wingman before.
In
I'm
what
not doing
ways
that.
do you think women act negatively when they're like approaching a man and they get rejected?
What do you? In
Like-
what ways?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I've
you
never
said,
seen
women
it,
can't take
so
an
I don't
L.
know. Yeah.
You've
like-
never seen what, a woman be rejected?
Yeah, I mean-
exactly.
Well, fair point. But
Yeah.
like when you say
So
they
even
can't
here's the
take an
difference
L,
though.
Yeah.
So even if I just grant to you that yes, some women sometimes, rarely, will approach men,
Yeah.
your likelihood of success is going to be way higher.
for sure.
Way higher. So
Yeah.
even then, you still don't do, most women still don't regularly approach, at least to the same degree that they'll be approached by men.
I agree with that. No,
But
I'm not
why
disagreeing
blame
with
women?
that.
Why not blame the men that
Wait, it's
allow
neither,
that?
Well, it's neither one of their fault. I think what I'm trying to clarify is like women can't handle rejection. I just don't know. I'm just trying to clarify. Like, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
I'm not trying to like challenge it. I just want to understand.
You said that women can't handle the take the L.
And then
well.
she's saying like,
Yeah.
what are
and
some
she wants
ways
to
that
know
they
what.
don't?
Yeah, what's an example of that?
Like, what do they do? How
Like,
do they
get
act?
Why do you
mad?
think
I
that?
don't know.
It's just like
I don't know.
embarrassing. You
I
feel
get rejected all the time, and it's not that big of a deal.
I think
for
it's
the
something you talk to your
majority
girls
of-
about. Like,
I
you guys
guess like
come on.
in this conversation, like yeah, there's the minority, like the minority of women like you and I, like where we would approach men, right? But the majority don't. So I'm saying like I guess within these women that do approach men and react negatively, what does that look like?
True.
I don't know if that's a silly question.
No, it's valid,
No,
actually. I see what
yeah.
you're saying.
I'm just I don't know.
Well, it's not so much, I'm not really so concerned about their reaction as to perhaps one of the, well, I mean, there's a couple reasons why women don't approach at the same frequency as men. First off, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Like if a guy never takes initiative, most men, if they'll never take initiative, they'll never find somebody. Whereas women, you can wait for men to come to you and you'll find somebody that way. Most men, that's not an option for.
Yeah.
Most men, they have to be very proactive. Secondly, I would say that, well, I think that's the primary thing is just like you don't really have to do the approaching.
Yeah, I agree with that. I was
So-
just asking about the.
But
I
it's
don't know.
nice. I think it's nice. I approach men because I think men don't get complimented enough at the same frequency as women. So I think that like it feels good to make like a man feel nice and wanted, and I don't think they get that feeling very often.
That's nice. I will never approach a man.
I don't mind it.
But like, was he being creepy or rude?
Well, I think all men are creepy. Like, no offense to men. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, in that area too.
because yeah, it's a bar scene too. And my parents
What
always
area?
the bar scene.
Clovis.
No, just like
You
in
mean
Fresno,
where it's-
and
Yeah, Fresno's kind of sketchy.
It is pretty.
It's a little sketchy. No offense to my hometown.
Yeah, no
but
offense.
Okay.
but-
Wait, so all men are creepy?
Not all men. Most men are creepy.
Most men are creepy.
I see in my DMs and like there's like these married men that are in my DMs or like old guys in my DMs. I'm like, I don't think your wife knows about this. But
Wait,
if you're
let's,
at the bar,
let's differentiate here. So there's the married men who are DMing you. That's obviously objectionable, I suppose. But you said old men. Are they single?
I don't know. I don't try to stalk them that much.
When you say old men, what do you mean? Because you're
Like
21. What's
60s.
old? Oh, okay. I mean,
60s.
Yeah. Sorry, mom and dad.
okay. But I mean, it is just kind of like So you're saying your boyfriend, your now boyfriend, was a creeper?
I didn't say he was a creeper.
You said all men are creepy. But so, okay, I
He's
asked you a
creepy.
question.
He's watching this. He's gonna be like,
Right.
really, Lauren? He's gonna call me out.
Yeah, but so the question was,
Ex-boyfriend now.
the question was not your assessment of all men, but I asked just how was your boyfriend when he approached you? Was he creepy or rude?
No, he wasn't creepy or rude.
Okay.
I just don't think I was in the headspace to like talk to anybody.
Okay.
So I
Sure.
think that's why I ignored it.
Well, I mean, you don't owe anybody a conversation, but I mean,
Wait, you guys met in person, right?
Yeah.
So did you guys like exchange numbers that night
Yeah.
or something, and then he just kept texting you?
okay, all right. What about you? Relationship status?
Single.
Single. Okay, how long have you been single for?
8 months.
All right, longest relationship?
1 year.
1 year. All right. No guys in the picture currently?
No guys.
No guys?
No guys. I'm trying
Okay.
to date, but
Sure.
men are.
Men or what?
They're not creepy. I don't think men are creepy. I would disagree with that. I feel like you think creepy guys are probably like the ugly ones or unattractive, I should say. But like I was like telling my
That's a
friend,
good
like
point.
if a hot guy like comes up to us and like compliments us, it's like, oh my god. But if an ugly guy comes up to us and like tries like
Does
to
the same
flirt, same
thing?
thing,
Same thing?
we're just like, oh my god, dude. Because she was like the other day, she was like, oh my
It's
god,
true.
he like walked up, this guy's following us, and I'm like, but if he was hot, trust me, you would have been all about it.
I mean, it's an actually really good point. The exact same behavior will fall into desired or like undesired based on the attractiveness of the man. Obviously, there's some conduct and behavior that's unacceptable regardless, but
What Andrew said, hot, good looking.
yeah.
Yeah, all of his
All of your five. Yeah.
It also goes though, like when girls are just nice to a guy, sometimes they misinterpret that as us flirting with them, and then it's like they just don't know when to quit. Like, hey,
so
I was
true.
just being polite. Like now, like stop bothering me.
That's so true.
Doesn't
I
mean
feel
that
like
I-
you just
yeah.
like
Wait,
give
didn't you
them
say
an
didn't you
inch
say
and they'll
you'd go
just
up to guys just to give them a compliment?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
You're
No,
and you
I
just
didn't
said
say
men
that.
never receive compliments.
What did you? What?
Didn't you say like you'll go up to a guy and just give him
I
a
will.
compliment?
Yeah,
Is it
I
a guy
will.
that you're interested in?
Sometimes. I mean, I compliment women too if I see them. Like, it doesn't have to be sexual.
if you-
I just think in general, men don't feel enough like appreciation and praise. So I just try to like, if I say like, oh wow, I really like your boots. Those are nice boots. Or
Okay.
you really play pool well. I don't know. It doesn't. I'm being just nice.
That's cool.
But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like if you're a customer service worker and a guy, you're like being nice because that's your job, and then they like want your number, and then it's like it just makes it uncomfortable.
I think it's
I
hard
get
when you
that.
have like a friendly personality and you're just like a warm person.
Yeah.
I feel like that's taken as like, oh,
Yeah.
ooh, all right. You know what I mean? I feel like it's like taken like